Hello. I am Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. And I thought I'd try something this week. I thought that I would come in and speak to you guys directly about some stuff that we want to do in the Black Business School this year. I don't have a lot of times where I come in and just talk directly about what we got going on in the Black Business School. I want to just sort of share some of the vision in terms of why we decided to create our own university. One of the reasons that we did is because when I was teaching at Syracuse University, when I was on the faculty there, I was on the finance faculty, and I used to write a lot of research papers and stuff like that. I really felt disconnected from the Black community. I felt that college was too expensive. I had students that had to pay $50,000 a year just to take classes from people like me. And I kind of felt like that was too much. And also the other thing was I wanted to teach more Black people. You know, Syracuse has some Black people there, but they don't have a strong Black population. You know, they don't hire a lot of Black professors. So I was one of a very small number of Black professors. But even then, it wasn't an environment that I felt was conducive to building, the Black community in the way that I wanted to. So anyway, I did about 13 years there, and then I bounced out and recreated the Black Business School. And so the Black Business School is really our effort to basically show that we can do whatever anybody else can do, that if they can create universities all over the place, we can do the same thing. Also, one of our core values is part of what we call the Black Core of Three. The Black Core of Three is that we believe Black people can educate our own children, create our own jobs, and support Black businesses. So one of the most recent things that we developed is something that links to something called the Black Millionaire Factory. And the Black Millionaire Factory is just kind of a creative name for a program that I put together with attorney Nicole Compton to basically help as many people as possible get their business moving and off the ground in 2020. So that means whether if you don't have a business and you want to learn how to start one, we want to help you do that. We have I picked Nicole to work with me on this project because Nicole is a lawyer and a business startup specialist. So she can answer any question that you have, anything about what forms you got to fill out, what regulations matter, how to set up your tax situation. She's done taxes. She's done the legal work. She's done the business side of it. And of course, I've got my experience as well in terms of, everything from marketing to setting up your social media platform to picking your team, structuring your organization, stuff like that. So anyway, the thing is, one of the things we believe in the Black Business School is we're not really here to replace what you might have learned in college. Universities are very good at teaching you how to go get a job. They're good at teaching you how to go work for someone else. We're not big on that. It doesn't mean that we look down on you for doing that. We just figured that you have that part down. You have that part mastered. We're actually looking to show you that next level of playing chess, not checkers, or playing above the rim, so to speak, where you're actually running your business and actually, benefiting like your family, building a legacy, hustling for your last name, as they call it. And so anyway, the URL for the program is theblackmillionairefactory.com, THE. That's theblackmillionairefactory.com. And if you guys can hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate that. And let's see, Joseph's asking about people in the UK. We have students all over the world, actually. Now, in terms of legal regulations, Nicole's not a lawyer that's licensed in the United Kingdom, so there would be limitations there. But so we do actually have another program called How to Sell and Make Money that is designed to be global. So you can apply this anywhere in the world. The URL for that is howtosellandmakemoney.com. That's howtosellandmakemoney.com. So let's see. Thank you, Nakia. Nakia says she's an awesome instructor. I love attorney Compton. Yeah, she's really cool. Nicole is very, very good. And I love working with her, but also, one of the things I thought about, in terms of powernomics concepts, why is the United States so dominant economically with the rest of the world? How did the U.S. win World War II? Things like that. Well, part of the reason that the United States obtained so much dominance is because they know how to mass produce the things that they want to see in the world. They mass produce things. For example, in World War II, the Germans had better guns. The Germans had better tanks. The Germans had better planes. The Germans had the first jet airplanes, first rocket ships. They had the best submarines. They had the best everything. But the United States, while they didn't have the best, they had the most. they were mass producing, on a high level. And so one of the things I believe for the Black community in terms of a solution for us for the future, to achieve the economic dominance that we deserve, is to not only put ourselves first, but to also mass produce what we're looking for. Mass produce. That's why a lot of times, I have a lot of people that make requests where they want to talk to me one-on-one about stuff. And I say, yeah, you can do that. But I have a high fee. My consulting fee is $1,000 an hour. I don't know if you guys know that. Literally. So if you want to talk to me one-on-one, you have to pay for that. And the reason I do that is not because I'm trying to get the money from people. I do that because I don't want to do it. I don't like those one-on-ones because I don't want to talk to one person. I want to talk to 100. I want to talk to 1,000. I want to mass produce. I want to, literally, I want there to be a factory of Black economic intellectuals. I want there to be an army of economic soldiers in the next generation. I want there to be millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of kids who are well trained in the basics of economics, so that when you go up and you are looking for Black people to partner with on a business, you don't have to search far. Like right now, for example, think about this. If you're a Black male and you're looking for other Black men to play basketball with, that's easy because there's basketball players everywhere. If you're a Black male and you look for somebody to do a rap album with you, it's easy because there's a ton of people out there to do that. But if you're a Black male and you're looking for somebody to do business with, well, then you got to cherry pick, because it's 1 in 10, that even understand the basics of business, right? And I think that should change. I think that all of us should understand what we need to do in order to build organizations, build institutions. So that's what the Black Millionaire Factory is all about. The URL is theblackmillionairefactory.com. Right now on the 8th, we're actually doing what we call a 48 for 48, where for 48 hours, you can actually get 48% off the program. And you guys are welcome to go take a look. The regular price is $4.99. It's 4 weeks of training in which we basically break down all the steps in getting your business going. In addition to basically all the forms that you have to fill out, creative ways to obtain funding for your business, how to obtain quality customers and brand trust for your organization, putting together the right team, choosing the right type of entity, LLC, S corporation, etc., how to choose the right price for your product or service, the top 10 legal mistakes small business owners make, how to avoid them, how to build a powerful social media platform. You guys know I can do that because that's what you're watching me on my social media platform right now. The list goes on and on and on. And then also, in addition to that, as an added bonus, there's a program called Ask Dr. Boyce that we put together in which I basically answered dozens and dozens of business questions over the course of about a year. And I stockpiled all those solutions, all those answers, and put it all into a program. So you get free access to that, which has $1,000 value in addition to what you've already invested in, right? So that program, the regular price is $4.99 for 48 hours. The discount is 48% off. So that drops the price from, let me look this up here so I can make sure I give you the right answer. I think from $4.99 to $259. And actually, and I'll share a link with you guys. This is a special link that you can get if you're watching live. The URL is theblackmillionairefactory.com, THE, that's theblackmillionairefactory.com. But actually, if you're watching online right now, I'm going to share a link that only 30 people can use. And this actually gives you 80% off. So let me give you guys this link, and whoever wants to go sign up right now, like I said, that link is a short-term link. It will only work for 30 people. But if you're in the first 30, you can actually have 80% off, which drops the price from $4.99 to $99. And you also have the option of even doing a payment plan where you pay $40 per month for 3 months. So let me share this link with you guys right here in the chat. There it is. So there's the link to the discount. And the URL, in case you don't get the 80% off discount, you want to go for the 48% off discount, you can use theblackmillionairefactory.com, THE, theblackmillionairefactory.com. And also that URL will still exist even after the discount's over. So if you want to join us later, you certainly can do that too. But the price goes back to the regular price. So the 48% off lasts for another 24 hours. 80% off is for the first 30 people only. I just put that in the chat. Those of you who are watching on Twitter, if you want that discount, you can go to drboycetv.com. The discount's right there in the chat. I'll put it in the description if I can. I got to figure out how to do that. Now somebody asked, January Jones asked, why isn't it free? That's a great question. The reason it's not free is because it's not free to run a business. Running a business costs tens of thousands of dollars a month. And one of the things that we believe in the Black Business School is we believe in Black economic independence. That means that we can't, speak a message of Black economic liberation if we are, brought to you by Walmart, or brought to you by, Target, or brought to you by McDonald's, brought to you by Coca-Cola, because corporations are not financially supportive of a Black liberation message, because that's considered to be a risky message. That's considered to be controversial. So controversy is not something that's going to get, corporate sponsorship. Like, for example, when we had the whole conversation about Lizzo, and I basically broke down with Dr. Claude Anderson the history of the Mammy Jezebel image of the Black woman and how that's harming Black women around the world and why that's an issue. I had a speech that I was going to do down in Alabama at the A.G. Gaston conference, and they backed out. They got a new speaker because they said our corporate sponsors don't like the controversy, right? So the thing is, if you want to move the needle forward, you got to be willing to be controversial. You got to ruffle feathers. You got to shake things up a little bit. And that's what we do. But when you shake things up, when you are controversial, you got to be ready to pay your own bills. There's no way we could be dishonest about racism in America and about economic racism and economic liberation for Black people and Black self-love. We can't be this honest and still expect white corporations to pay our bills, or still expect the government to pay our bills. They're just not going to do it. So what we're leaning on is we're talking to Black folks who want to see, who agree, who believe in this message. Many of you might have spent $100,000 going to a white university. And I'm going to ask you in the chat right now, if you did go to college, did that university give you $100,000 worth of value? Some of y'all are $50,000 in student loan debt, $30,000 in student loan debt, $80,000 in student loan debt. Do you feel that that was worth it? Do you feel that they gave you a good deal, or do you feel that they're giving Black folks a raw deal? And I asked that question because, we're not talking about $30,000 programs. We're talking about programs that are a couple $100, right? So, and this is money that's invested right into the Black community. If you went to college and you went to, North Dakota State University, do you think that university, when they got, $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 of your family wealth, how much of that money do you think they reinvested in the Black community? How much of that money do you think, when you went to, you go to USC and you're spending $70,000 a year to be on their campus, where they don't even hire Black people? They bring Black people in to play sports and stuff like that, but they don't hire them as professors. How much of that money do you think they're reinvesting in the Black community? Well, I can tell you, we reinvest damn near all of our money back into the Black community. That money circles right back to you. And the other benefit, too, is that we have something else that universities don't have, which is a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. So we know you're going to love it. In fact, we guarantee that by taking any of our programs, you will learn more from us than you learn from any class that you ever had in college. And if you don't feel that way, you can hit us up and we will give you your money back. So you can go to theblackmillionairefactory.com, THE, that's theblackmillionairefactory.com. Also, I'm going to put that link back in the chat on drboycetv.com. If you want to go, and like I said, the first 30 people to sign up, you can actually have 80% off. But if you can't sign up in the first 30, you can still get 48% off. But that link is a special link I created just for people that are watching live right now. If you're on Twitter, just go to drboycetv.com. You can actually check out the link over there. All right, so let me let's see here. Mel Boo says, I'm attempting to enroll. Okay, good. Well, I hope that you'll enroll, and feel free to go over there and enroll and then come right back into the chat. If you do enroll, just say something in the chat. Let me know that you signed up. I'll shout you out. If you have a business or whatever, like, I can shout you out and help you out in terms of supporting what you're doing. One other thing we do in the Black Business School that I'm really proud of is that we don't just, teach you. We want to see you win. We have a media platform that reaches 1 million Black people a week. So people that are in certain, some of our premium programs, we promote their businesses. Like there's one business, Illuminate Life Cosmetics, illuminatelifecosmetics.com, illuminatelifecosmetics.com. That's their URL. Illuminate Life Cosmetics is basically a company run by one of our students. And what we do is, in some of our programs, we do something universities don't do. They can't do it because they don't have the resources to do this. But what we do is we say, hey, it will help you start your business, and then we'll help you promote the business. So, if you're one of our students and you tell us about your business, we'll do a cash mob on your business. We'll tell people about it, and then they'll come to your business. So if you are interested in organic, I think they make organic makeup and organic, just beauty products. So if you're interested in that, go to illuminatelifecosmetics.com. And you can go check that out. And that's a deal that anybody can make. It doesn't cost a whole lot, but we do have to raise money. I mean, that's very important. We can't just do things by ourselves. We want to build a whole Black school system. That's one of the things Dr. Alicia and I, we created the Boyce and Alicia Watkins Foundation. And the goal of the foundation is to help fund a Black-owned independent school system so that we can educate our own children. But we need the help from the community, and we'll do our part as well. And we'll always be accountable to the community. Now, Lady O just did her registration. Least Inc. Lady O. I just did my registration, 80% off. Thanks, Doc. Thank you for joining. And I know you're going to love it. And if you have any questions or any issues, just email our support team. We have a support team on staff 24 hours a day. They can answer any questions you have and help you out with any issues you might have. You can just email support@theblackbusinessschool.com. That's support@theblackbusinessschool.com. Yami Bula says, I enrolled. All right. Awesome. I'm so happy. Congratulations. I look forward to teaching you. Pete, do you provide live sessions? Yes. What we're going to do with the Black Millionaire Factory is for 4 weeks, we're going to cover all those 10 topics in live lectures. And then that'll be what you get for your enrollment fee. Then what we'll do is give you the option, assuming we impress you. We like to show and prove. We want to give you receipts. We don't want to just make promises and then have things not actually pan out. If you're impressed enough, we'll then give you the option, if you want to continue and continuously get mentorship from Nicole and I, say on a monthly basis, you can actually sign up for a monthly fee and come into sessions where you will answer your questions. And the thing is that because the group is smaller, we can answer every single question. Sometimes if I do something here where I answer questions, I get 1,000 questions. I can't answer them all. I can answer maybe 80 of them or something like that. But if you are in a small group of, 30 people, 40 people, 80 people, whatever, I can answer every single question. So if anybody has any questions about the program, feel free to ask. The URL is theblackmillionairefactory.com. That's theblackmillionairefactory.com. There's that link again if you want to do the 80% off. It's only for the first 30 people, though. That code will deactivate after 30 people sign up. And so that's because we can't go like doing everything with 80% off. That's kind of a big drop. But I see a couple of you in here. I see Ezekiel, Zeke, Simeon Sims. Okay, good to see you. I look forward to seeing you in class. And I see Dietra Kelsey enrolled. I see James Watson, Andy Gussie, Mike Pace. Good to see you. I know Michael Pace. I wonder if it's a guy I know. Let's see here. I want to be a Black billionaire. Well, that's cool. I think we'd all like to be a Black billionaire. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions in terms of anything about the Black Business School, why we exist, what we do? I notice I don't really talk enough about exactly what we're doing, and I thought there would be a good opportunity for you guys to just ask about it. And the reason we're called the Black Business School is not because we discriminate. We actually have people who are not Black who want to join. And somebody said, well, can a non-Black person join the Black Business School? I said, absolutely. I said, it's no different from the way a Black person can go to Harvard Business School. But the difference is that with Harvard, like people let you know who runs Harvard. Harvard is not, Harvard is not a school that's built for the Black community. Harvard's a school built for people that are mostly, in the white, say Jewish communities, things like that. So we're kind of the same way, with the Black Business School. We don't block anybody. We don't discriminate against anybody. But one thing that we do is we let people know that our sole purpose for existence is the economic development of the Black community. Black first, B1. That's it. That's why we're here. That's what we believe in. That's what matters to us. Nothing else is important to us. Other than building the Black community. Are the professors all Black? No. Sometimes we'll let a professor, if there's a specialized topic and we can't find a Black professor that can cover that topic for us in an adequate way, sometimes we'll hire someone who's not Black, but that's not very often. But, but if somebody comes along and they just got something really amazing they can teach Black people, we will give that person a shot. But for the most part, the majority of the people that come through and teach with us are Black. It's not that often that we have people that are not Black. Let's see here. Are Hispanics allowed? Absolutely. Anybody's allowed, just as long as you understand what our core mission is. Like, we're here for Black people. We're not here for, we're not here to solve other communities' problems. We believe that one of the reasons Black people can't get ahead is because we're so busy solving everybody else's problems. We believe Black people should be spending the majority of their time solving problems in the Black community. It just makes it's common sense. Everybody else does that. I think that Black people should be doing the same thing. So we basically get all of our PhDs and our lawyers and business owners, and there's a great class coming up. Actually, we do a lot of specialized lectures. We have a great lecture series. And one of the people coming in to do a lecture for us pretty soon is a guy named Ace Chapman. Ace Chapman lives in Medellin, Colombia, and he's a multimillionaire. And Ace basically owns about 37 different businesses, and he's acquired these businesses. He doesn't run businesses in terms of getting up and doing the work. What he does is he makes acquisitions, and he just works with the team that's already there. And he says, "Hey, keep running your business. I just want to be an owner now." So he injects capital into the business. He gets a percentage of the profits. And so he's a big investor. So he owns businesses, but he does not run a business. See, that's a big myth. A lot of people think that to own a business, you got to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to run businesses to own businesses. There are lots of owners who play golf all day, right? So in fact, there are people that would rather own a small piece of a business because they don't want to get up and go and fix toilets in the apartment buildings, or go and flip burgers, or go and actually do the work. They just want to be there as an equity partner, right? So ultimately, we're kind of here to help with that. That's what the Black Millionaire Factory kind of does in terms of helping to demystify some of the myths that you may have about, about business and what it means to make money and run a business and stuff like that. So to give you guys the URL again, it's theblackmillionairefactory.com. That's theblackmillionairefactory.com. There's that link again. For the first 30 people that use this link that I'm putting in the chat, you can actually get 80% off. And it's okay if you want to come in later. You won't get the 80% off. You can get 48% off for the next 48 hours. But after that, we go back to the regular price. So feel free to go check that out. And there's a lot of free bonuses in there, about $1,000 worth of free bonuses. And also there's a 30-day 100% money back guarantee if you're not happy for any reason whatsoever. Now, TNG says, "You're my YouTuber of the week." Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Norvell says, "Question." Okay. All right. So if you say question, ask the question. Like, you don't want to just say question and then, because I'll miss your actual question when you get around to asking it. Like, just ask it. You should just ask it. I'm an inventor and get ideas on a frequent basis. Does the program help with creating inventions and completing paperwork? That's not the specialty. Simply Slim. Nicole is very good at telling you how to protect your invention, like, whether or not you want to get a patent, a trademark, a copyright, or whatever, because she's a lawyer, right? She understands that very well. But in terms of actually, helping you put your invention together and, getting it to market and things like that, there is some overlap there, but I wouldn't say that would be the specialty. That's not the exact focus, right? Inventors, you may want to look into programs that focus specifically on inventors, because I have a lot of people pitch me inventions all the time, and they'll say, "Hey, I invented this thing in my garage, and I need $1 million to get it off the ground." And I just kind of have to tell them, most people I know are not going to put out $1 million on a hope and a prayer. One thing about money and capital, this is my core belief, is that you got to hold on to your capital. You got to be very careful. You can't go slinging capital at big amounts of money at just any old little thing that comes along. You got to sort of think it through and make sure that your capital comes back. One of the biggest things that banks believe is that banks are very conservative because capital preservation is very important for them. It's almost like in football. The number one job of the quarterback is to protect the football. And so before you think about trying to get yards down the field, you got to make sure you don't fumble the ball. So, preservation of capital is very important for bankers. And I think it's extremely important to be very cautious about what you invest in. Make sure the contracts are in place. Make sure you clearly see a pathway for making money. Warren Buffett does that. Warren Buffett, he doesn't invest in things that he doesn't clearly see, where he doesn't understand the business model, when he doesn't really understand exactly how this thing's going to make money. He's not going to give you any of his money. So be very careful with that. I hope you guys on the Black Financial Channel can see the link. One of you asked or said that you couldn't see the link to get 80% off the Black Millionaire Factory program. Well, I just put the link in there. So let me know if you can see it. And so the 80% off link is good for the first 30 people. But for the next 24 hours, you can actually get 48% off if you go to theblackmillionairefactory.com, theblackmillionairefactory.com. All right, so let me see here. Hey, doctor, who can I talk to about my business proposal? Also, should I take out a loan or find investors? It kind of depends, Michael, on what you're trying to do. If you want to talk about your proposal, I do consultations, but they're not cheap. You know, and the reason they're not cheap is because my time's limited. I don't like to do a lot of one-on-ones. But if you have a business and if you have a business that's really moving and you're making money, it's not a big deal to pay a consultant, hundreds of dollars an hour or $1,000 an hour if you think the person can help your business, make an extra $250,000 that year. But the thing is that consultants are tough to pay for if you're just getting started. And so what I tell people is get something started, go take a class, get in a small group so you can get help in the small group. And then when you're ready, when you really got a business that's moving and you're making money, then you can come talk to people like me. But I can just tell you, given, I get followed by hundreds of thousands of people. I can't talk to every person one-on-one. It's impossible to do that. But just to give you points of comparison in terms of what these, what good financial advice is worth. My friend Lamar Tyler has a great program, Traffic, Sales, and Profit. And his program, I think, is $18,000 a year. $18,000 a year, and it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And so with the Black Business School, we cater to a different demographic. We tend to go for people that are not ready to go to that level yet. But you may want to put in, a few dollars a month, $80 a month, $100 a month, or whatever. And the thing is, what I'm really proud of, though, is that we're better than college. We're better than universities because a lot of our professors taught at universities. And so we know what universities are and are not doing. We know how they're not serving Black students properly. They're not giving Black people what they need to be economically successful. So let me see here. The magic is to network with everyone in the Black Business School, says GTM. Absolutely. Some of our events, if you've seen some of our events, the financial Juneteenth investment seminars and things like that we do, they're really good. I mean, they're really, really amazing. People come there, they make business associates. And the key is being in that room with all these people that think like you, that are thinking about building for their family. They have a certain mindset that can be worth a lot, because all you have to do is sit down with somebody and come up with a good idea, and someone that has the ability and the willingness to execute that idea with you. It's like meeting your wife or your husband. I mean, you can make magic together and it becomes a beautiful thing. The worst thing is when you go there and make a baby with somebody who's not a good parent. That becomes pretty tragic. So we try to get good people together in a space where people not only have a desire to achieve goals, but they actually have the willingness to do the work necessary. It ain't about what you want. Who cares about what you want? It's about what you're willing to invest to get what you want. If you want it all and you're not willing to invest it all, then you should want something else, or you're not being realistic. Let's see here. Dr. Boyce, I just stopped my mentor from paying for your new course for me because I've already have an established business, been running for 3 years, just needing tips on to grow it to millionaire status. Would your course help with that? Yes, absolutely. The course isn't just for people that want to start a business. It's for people that already have a business and they want their business to start actually making money. Some of you in here may already have businesses that are in place. The money may not be where you want it to be. We can say that, we know we have made money. We know how to do that. We have a lot of people in here, including people like Billionaire Mike Roberts, who come through. Tariq Nasheed came in and did a day long series with us one time. It was a couple years ago. We've had people, everybody from Jay Morrison to, we look for people that just kind of know those things that you don't learn in school. We love people like that. We've had, of course, Dr. Claude Anderson doing Powernomics, which has a specific, addition to your skill set, right? But then we might have somebody like attorney Nicole Compton who can break down the legalities of a startup, or Julian Gordon, who's a real estate expert, who's doing an event in New Orleans for us this week, where he's running our real estate program. He's a Stanford University graduate, and he'll be the first one to tell you that, even though he owns about $3 million worth of property that he controls, but he didn't learn a lot of these skills from Stanford. He learned these skills outside of Stanford. So they say, I heard somebody say this, which I agree with, that formal education will help you make a living. It is self-education that will help you make a fortune. Okay. That's just, what I've seen. Mel says, question, Dr. Boyce, I just enrolled. If I start later, will I miss out on anything? No, all the lectures will be recorded. You will be able to go back to those recordings whenever you want. If you pay the one-time fee and you're just in there, you're in. You get access to those recordings forever. Now, the upgraded version, after we're done, if you decide you want to stick around for the long-term mentorship and the Q&As monthly, that would be a different thing. But as far as like what you're paying for, like that's yours. Like you can join it and watch it over. You don't have to make the actual live lecture. You can go watch the recording. It's totally up to you. Our goal is not to charge you as much as we possibly can. That's not the goal. I've actually been criticized for not charging more. The goal is not to do that. The goal is just to isolate the people that actually are willing to invest in things, because everybody wants things for free. And that mindset doesn't work. It's kind of a contradiction when when you pay for what you want, but then beg for what you need. A lot of people will say, this class should be free. I can't pay for this class. But they'll go pay for other things, right? They'll go pay for Popeye's chicken. They'll go pay for some new Air Jordans. They'll go pay for some movie tickets. They'll go pay to go see Beyonce or whatever. And it's not like I'm mad. I don't get mad. My goal is not to shame people that do that. It's just to say, this isn't the space for you, because in this particular situation, we do have free stuff, actually, by the way. If you want to join the Black Business School and do a free membership, you can. There is a free membership tier. So everybody in here should join the blackbusinessschool.com, theblackbusinessschool.com. Even if you don't do this program, just join the blackbusinessschool.com. We have some free stuff, and the free stuff is amazing too. The free stuff, maybe that's what you need to see in order to decide if you want to go deeper. We want to prove ourselves to you. All we want is a chance. Oh, that's all we want. All we want is for you to give us a chance. And I believe some of you have given me a little bit of a chance because you're right here listening to me right now. You're listening to me right now, and I appreciate that. But I want you to give us a chance to really help change your family for the next 5 generations. The stuff that we know, the stuff that we've figured out, the stuff that we've put together is the type of stuff that will change your family forever. I'm not kidding. It is that good. I know it. This is what I know. This is what I do. My PhD's in finance. I know this stuff really well. In fact, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I'm not bragging here. But you've got people that are financial experts or financial advisors. I trained people like that, right? When you become a PhD, what happens then is that you actually can't just go and read a book and regurgitate what's in a book. You can't do that. When you get a PhD, you have to be the person that can actually write the book. Or when you write a research paper, you can't just write what's already out there. You can't go take a bunch of facts and information and do it like a book report and just report what's read somewhere else. You actually have to expand the frontier of knowledge. Like the person that reads it, if somebody else already knows it, they're going to say this can't be published because people already know this. Tell us something that no one knows. No one on earth in the history of finance has ever concluded or figured out. That's another level. That's a whole nother level. So basically, by being at that level and going through the hell that it took to get there, I mean, it was really very difficult to do that. That's why I'm able to talk about economics in a really creative way that a lot of people can't match. That's why I'm able to chop it up. Like our Black Millionaires of Tomorrow program is amazing. Like the one that we have for kids, that is a game changer. We have a Black Business School for children where we tell our parents, if your child goes through that program and that child does not have a financial literacy level that exceeds the average college educated adult, then you let us know and we will give you your money back. Like we have solved the equation. We have solved the problem. We just got to get people to go give it a try. That's the hard part. It's hard for some people to believe, wait, if you really figured it out, then, if it's really true, if your solution really worked, white people would have figured it out. And it's like, no, no, we actually have the secret sauce. The solution is not like we're searching for the solution anymore. The solution's there. We're searching for the solution to convince people to take a look at the solution. Okay, so some of you asked about our children's program. Yeah, see, Nakia, thank you, Nakia, for saying that. The Black Millionaires of Tomorrow is awesome. Thank you. We have a lot of testimonials. And again, we have a money back guarantee. Like if you go in there and you find I'm full of crap and we're not delivering and this isn't working for you, just hit us up. The email support@theblackbusinessschool.com. They are under strict orders to give a full refund within the first 30 days to anybody that asks for it. No questions asked. We want to deliver for you, and we want to prove that we can do this. All we want is the same opportunities that you have been giving to white people your entire life. Seriously. I mean, when you go, a lot of folks, will go borrow $100,000 to go to Memphis State University, and be in debt for the rest of their lives and end up disgruntled. So my thought is, look, if you're going to do all of that, why not give the Black Business School a try? Why not give your own community a try? We can do this. We're good at this. We're better at this than anybody on earth. So anyway, I see some of your comments. By the way, so here's the URL in case you don't know it. It's theblackmillionairefactory.com. theblackmillionairefactory.com. For the next 24 hours, you can get the 48% off discount. But actually, with the link that I just put in there, if you go in there right now, the first 30 people can actually get 80% off. So that drops the price of the program from $4.99 to just $99. But we can only afford to do that for 30 people. And so you can feel free to go try it out. Hey, babe. Hey there. Alicia came down. I think this is my time to go. Oh, we're just. Oh, I'm telling her about the new program, the one that Nicole and I are doing. Nicole. Yeah, just say hi to everybody. This is Alicia, y'all. Come over here.
Oh, come in and say hi.
Look over. Say hi. There she is. Y'all see her? Wait, there we go. All right. Yeah. So let me see it. Okay. So separate, build, grow, prosper. www.etsy.com/listing. Well, that's a long URL. Let me see here. Yeah, I can't. Oh, here we go. Oh, you got your product. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. I'm gonna share the link. I'm gonna copy and paste your link and put it in the chat so people can check it out. All right, so let me see here. Let's see. Deshaun Farad, Black Power. What's up, Deshaun? Deshaun is a great guy, and Deshaun, you are a moderator on the channel now, so you've been deputized because I've known Deshaun. I have known Deshaun Farad for about. Has it been a decade, Deshaun? I'm gonna tell you, because Deshaun, I love Deshaun Farad because I love solid Black people. I just really do. And I just want to publicly state how much respect I have for this brother. He's been super consistent. He's committed to the community like no other. He knows a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff. And I just want to publicly state how much I appreciate you, man. I just have the utmost admiration for you. And you represent what Black men in the community everywhere should be representing. So I just want to say that about Deshaun. Let's see here. Lisa McKinney, hello. What's the link for the children's program again? It says simply, it's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. If somebody could type that in, that's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. Chills through me, excited about all you offer. All you and your team offer. Yeah, well, that's a good point, Juju. Without a team, we can't do all this, and so I want to make it 100% abundantly clear that this ain't all me. This is, I can't do like Tyler Perry did. I don't know if y'all saw today. We were talking about Tyler Perry, and he showed his writer's room, and it was just him. And he said he writes all the scripts for all of his shows, including the shows that are about Black women. So a lot of people took issue with that. I'm not Tyler Perry. I can't. I'm not the whole writer's room. I do my thing. I do my part. But I've got a great team of people that are really, really good at what they do, and that's what I encourage you guys to do as you're building. Find some people that you can build with. It's tough. You got to take your time, make sure you can trust them, make sure the values align. But if you find people you can build with, then you don't have to carry the whole weight of the world on your shoulders. Start with your partner in life, your life partner, who you marry, who you date, and then also with your family. You have your regular family, but then sometimes you got to build a little family around you, build people around you that are good for you. But then on top of that, you got to remember that, when you form that glue, that emotional glue that brings you together and connects you, you must protect those relationships. You must talk out every dispute. You communicate on a regular basis. You learn how to forgive and forget sometimes. And you got to forgive people for not being perfect, because you got to maintain that glue to keep those relationships together, because business is all about relationships. Business is relationships. In fact, if you look up the definition of a corporation, if I'm not mistaken, the formal definition I remember seeing in my management class of a corporation is that a corporation is a nexus of relationships. So all it is, everything's relationships. So when you form relationships, don't think relationships are disconnected from wealth building and from business, because relationships drive the entire process. You can't build wealth a lot of times without good relationships. Now, what's the age group for your program? For Black Millionaires of Tomorrow, the age limit, we actually, believe it or not, we actually have parents that have their children in there enrolled as young as 2. 2-year-olds can't follow the curriculum, right? It's got cartoons and puppets and stuff, but I understand the logic of putting a 2-year-old or taking your 2-year-old through the program. What they're doing is this particular mom I'm thinking about is she's drilling these ideas into her daughter's subconscious mind, so that when her daughter gets about 5 or 6, her daughter's just going to know it. And you ask her daughter, you'll ask her daughter 20 years from now, when's the first time you ever learned about wealth and money? And she'll say, I don't know. My mother's just been talking to me about it since I was little. And think about that. Like if somebody said to you, how old were you when you met your brother, right? You'll be like, I don't know. Like my older brother has always been there, right? So I think wealth should be like that. I think wealth training should be like that older brother, just always there, or if you ask somebody who's got a religious family, when's the first time your mama took you to church? They don't remember what day their mama took them to church for the first time. They probably got took to church as an infant, right? So I believe you should take your children to economic church at an early age, as early as possible. So now, in particular, as far as being able to comprehend the program and follow through, I would say 6 or 7 is about the youngest that I would expect, unless your child's some sort of super genius. The other interesting thing is that we designed the program for people from ages 6 up to 14, but what we found was that we had 70-year-olds going through it, 45-year-olds going through it. And what they told me is that, they like it because it took complicated ideas and made them simple. I didn't realize how many people were intimidated by financial topics, how wealth was kind of a scary thing. They thought they had to go to college and have all these advanced degrees. So when we broke it down to where a child can understand it, and your child can get a little degree, like almost like a little bachelor's degree they can put on their wall, which is really good for their self-esteem. But when you make it simple like that, it opens that door for a lot of people to participate. So the URL is blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. And also we actually invented financial workbooks and flashcards that we created specifically for Black children. If you want to go check some of those out, feel free to go to financialworkbooks.com, financialworkbooks.com. That's where you can check out our financial workbooks and flashcards. We spent 2 years developing financial workbooks for Black children and a whole curricula that you can actually connect with the digital program. And it's really, really good. Let me see here. Dr. Boyce, it won't let me put the link in for the children's program. Somebody type in blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. I'm going to actually, shoot. Sorry, my microphone just dropped. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button while I do this. But I'm going to grab the link for you and I'll put it in so you can actually take a look at the kids program. So here's the link right there, and that should take you right to the 4-in-1 package. The 4-in-1 package basically consists of 4 programs we developed for children, 15 things every Black child should know about money, 15 things every Black child should know about investing, 15 things every Black child should know about the stock market, and 15 things every Black child should know about real estate. And so basically, it covers a lot of stuff, everything from the difference between a producer and a consumer, the cost model of cooperative economics, which we created. Cost stands for contribute, own, save, invest, target. The KID model for turning your child into a millionaire. We have how to keep your poise, which stands for producer, owner, investor, saver, entrepreneur. So basically, we give you these acronyms because we want it to be easily digestible so that parents can just sort of drill their kids on the acronyms. And this goes a long way. The basics go a very long way. If you look at how a really good basketball coach coaches athletes, or how a football coach teaches players, they use basic ideas and they just repeat things. Like I was listening to Nick Saban, who coaches University of Alabama, which has one of the best football teams around. He's won 6 national championships, and then he was talking with Bill Belichick, who's won 6 Super Bowls. And one of the things I noticed is that when they're teaching their players, they're just repeating things, and they're basically saying, "Do your job, do your job, do your job." Right? So it's the repetition of the basics that prepares your child to go out and win Super Bowls, or prepares your child to go out and win championships in life. And I want Black children to be champions. I want Black children to be ahead of the curve. I want Black children to lead the way, to literally be #1 draft picks when it comes to the ability to build wealth, start businesses, develop empires. Like, that's what we really want to create. So really what I'm doing here is, this is military. I'm building an army. We're building an army for the future, which is going to help us fulfill the one vision I have, the vision I'm going to have till my death, which is what I call Project 2070. I want, by the year 2070, for Black people to lead the earth when it comes to economic intelligence. I want Black people to be the smartest, most economically intelligent group of people on the planet. I want us to be able to do what the Jewish community has been doing for a very long time. And I want us to have an outweighed and disproportionate impact on the economic standing of any environment in which we inhabit. I believe we can do that because we already do this in other areas. So here's the URL again, if you want it. It's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. I'll share the link with you guys again, so you can feel free to take a look. And it's right there. And the other program is the blackmillionairefactory.com. That's the one that has the 48% off discount. It's a 4-week program. We're going to cover everything you need to know to either launch your business or to boost your business up if your business is already in existence. For 24 hours, you can get 48% off. If you use this other special link that I'm creating just for the live stream, you can actually get 80% off, but you have to be in the first 30 people to sign up. And I'm doing this with attorney Nicole Compton, who is a really smart lawyer who knows a lot about business startups and all that stuff. So let me post that. I'll paste the 80% off discount code right there. So you have to use that right now, though, if you want to do the 80% off. All right, so let me see here. Alfredo says it is super great. Thank you. Let's see. Black Mind Money Muscle says, yes, I bought the kids' books. Good. And let us know what you think. Let us know how we can do better. We want to really do our best for you. Will we get the discount if we do a payment plan? Yes, there is a discount on the payment plan, but the payment plan, there's an incentive to do the lump sum approach, right? But if you want to do the payment plan, it's still discounted. Basically right now, if you sign up now, everything's super discounted. And that's what we're doing. We're really trying to sort of get momentum so that you guys will know what's going on, so that those of you who want to be early adopters can jump in. But on, what is tomorrow? Thursday. So on Friday, it goes back to the regular price. Let's see here. I'm reading some of your comments. I'm going to be a millionaire, says Vaughn. Absolutely. Abdul says, what does the Jewish community do? That's a great question. I was supposed to speak at a conference called the A.G. Gaston conference down in Alabama. Now, they canceled me for good reason. They should have. Because the corporate sponsors don't like controversy. And you guys know I had a little tweet about Lizzo, which I don't take back a single word of what I said, but the corporate sponsors kind of got skittish about the controversy, and they sort of said, we're going to have to go in a different direction. But let me tell you why A.G. Gaston is the type of black man your children should know about. A.G. Gaston had a mother who was cleaning houses or something for a living. That's what she did. And A.G. Gaston literally, when he was 12 or 13, his mother went to work for a Jewish family. And what happened then was AG was growing up like any other black kid. He was probably going to grow up and become a laborer and make labor money and be poor his whole life. But the Jewish family that his mother was working for, they kind of took him to the side and said, no, that's not the way to make money. Let us show you how we make our money. And they showed him, how they start businesses and own the businesses and run multiple businesses and get tax breaks and make investments and build asset structure and all that. And do you know that in the 1940s or 1950s, one of the two, A.G. Gaston was worth tens of millions of dollars. He was worth more than 99.9% of all white people back in the 1940s and 50s. And so A.G. Gaston, to me, if you want to know what did the Jewish people do, well, that's what they did. He did what they did, and that's why he became so wealthy, right? He actually helped fund a big chunk of the civil rights movement. In addition to that, another book I have my students read in the Black Business School is a book called How the Jews Invented Hollywood. I have my students read How the Jews Invented Hollywood so they can understand all this power that exists in Hollywood, this $1 trillion industry that's where they get to basically write their own check and their own ticket. That was a power play. That was a decision. That was a conscious move for them to build an industry where they can hire their own, feed their own, educate their own, and also control their own image. So for black folks, we have to do something similar. We must learn from the blueprint of other communities that have become empowered. That is critical for us to win in the next generation. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through some more of your questions before I bounce out. The URL is theblackmillionairefactory.com, theblackmillionairefactory.com. And the discount, there's the 80% off discount. If you want to sign up now, I'll pop that in there now. Like I said, it looks like a lot of you are using it, so it's not going to be around for long. But if you go to theblackmillionairefactory.com in the next 24 hours, you can still get 48% off. So you can still get a discount, just not as big. All right, so let's see here. I'm looking here. Miss Chris says $99 for True Knowledge. Absolutely. And it comes with a money back guarantee. And there's $1,000 worth of free bonuses in there. So we over deliver on value. Like that's something we're very good at doing. Let's see here. Boyce got a good woman. I'm happy for you, says Super Omega. Yes, she's a beautiful woman and she's an amazing woman. And I love her very, very much. Let's see. A separate Bill Gore Prosper. Thanks, Doc. You're welcome. Who are my 80% classmates, says Mel Boo. Let me see some of your classmates. I see Jonathan Nash, Kimberly Scranton. Congratulations. Tarsha Reynoso, Ben Johnson, Courtney Jefferson, Amber Alexander Harrison, Brandon Womble, Christopher Williams, Courtney P, Lisa D. McKinney, Alan Johnson Jr., Melanie Brandon, James Green, and Melvin Buford. I want to say thank you. Congratulations to all of you. And we will take good care of you.
You used to take people's names.
Yeah.
It's okay to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Someone said, did Lizzo actually say Boyce made her bounce? That's the thing. She didn't really say that. But, you know, I think that they connected those dots. And I'm sure it had some impact. I will say this, too. I think that with Lizzo, you know, I really don't. I can't take back anything I said because it's the truth. I can't pretend like the truth is a lie. But I think the reason Lizzo was affected is because I think even Lizzo knows that she's not, you know, presenting herself as her truest self. I think that, you know, a lot of what she's doing is over the top. And I wish her the best. And if Lizzo is watching anything that I do and she wants to call me, I'll talk to her personally. And maybe I can become a friend and a supporter and a mentor to her. I don't want her to feel bad about who she is. At the same time, I need to protect the community. I got to defend Black people, and I can't have you out here embarrassing the community either. And I think that she knows that. I think you're going to see an adjustment in her style. In fact, she's on a big press push right now to do all these positive community-oriented things because she got so much backlash for some of what she was doing. You know, we'll let you slide on some things, but sometimes you go over the top. People are going to check you on that. So anyway, let me keep going. Are you up to 30 yet? We are going to invest. Says Powerful Being, the YouTube review queen. I don't know. I haven't counted, but I think we're getting pretty close. But feel free. And the link is in there in the chat if you want to go and get 80% off. Now, Demetrius says B1 Black architecture. Absolutely. Mark Anthony, much love from Detroit. You know, when Demetrius, when you say Black architecture, you know what that makes me think about? Makes me think about the development of infrastructure, which is necessary for our community to really, you know, win the economic battle. And so Jeff Bezos, who was the founder of Amazon.com, did a really good lecture. When Alicia and I were running, he was actually talking about building artificial planets, like one day building, like instead of moving to a planet, actually building a planet. And I was like, how in the hell are we going to build a planet? And basically what he said is that this is a vision that isn't going to happen in your lifetime or mine. He said, this is a vision that's going to happen over the next 200 years. But what our job is to lay the infrastructure for that vision. He said, you know, without the Postal Service setting up routes and the ability to deliver mail and all this other stuff, he said, I couldn't have built Amazon. He said, I built Amazon on top of the U.S. Postal Service. I built Amazon on top of infrastructure that was built by people who could not visualize what Amazon has become today. So he was saying that we need to build the roads to space and the infrastructure so our children and grandchildren can build on top of that infrastructure. So for the Black community, the vision that I'm talking about is not one that's going to happen in your lifetime or mine. It's just not, you know, but what we can do is we can lay out the groundwork. We can build the infrastructure so that our children can build on top of that. So, for example, if you do some of the basic things we teach in the Black Business School, like the $5 a day wealth building plan, where you're investing $5 a day on average for your child in the stock market. It doesn't even matter which stocks you pick, honestly. It really works even if you're randomly picking stocks. And you do that for your child for, say, a 25, 30-year period. What happens is your child then has a capital base. And on that capital base, they can then take the knowledge that you gave them in terms of their economic training, and they can go out and they can start that business. Think about this. Think about how many Black businesses never get off the ground because the founders can't even get $5,000 together to get the business started. You know, think about how many great Black businesses, multi-million-dollar ideas, never got launched because, you know, you can't get your relatives to loan you $3,000, right? Well, that problem goes away. If you do a $5 a day plan and you invest consistently for that child and leave that money alone, don't touch it, and keep them out of student loan debt. Don't let them get buried in student loan debt where they're owing these big universities all this money. Then that child would then have the ability to go start it. If they need $10,000 to go start a business, they go right to their account. The money's there. They've got a bank. They don't have to wait for a Bank of America to loan them money. They can go to the Bank of Boyce, right? Nathan Duncan, your son can go to the Bank of Nathan, right? And go right to his own stash and make an investment and move forward. And money doesn't get in the way of what he's trying to do. You see, financial freedom ain't about being a millionaire. See, a lot of people think that financial freedom is about being as rich as possible. Financial freedom is not about being as rich as possible. Financial freedom is about getting to the point where money does not stop you from pursuing your purpose and your passion, right? Financial freedom means that you're free from the constraints that come from having financial limitations. right? So financial freedom means that you think about money long enough you can get to the point where you don't have to think about money anymore, and you can focus on living life. Alicia and I were just talking today. What were we talking about this, babe? About a couple that we knew that was having relationship problems because of money. That they were arguing over money, and money was breaking up their relationship, causing unhappiness and turmoil in their relationship. And you know what went through my mind? As I said, if Alicia and I have a problem, money is not going to be the source of that problem 9 times out of 10. Right? It's just not. We're not going to have. We might, if we ever argue, we'll argue about something else, but we won't argue because. Right. We won't argue because the light bill need to be paid, and I spent the light bill money at the casino. I spent $300 at the casino, and now we don't have any money. Like we won't have that kind of argument because the financial stuff has been taken out of the equation. So that's what you want to do. That's financial freedom. It is free from financial worry. That's what financial freedom looks like. You don't have to be rich to have that. Kill that myth right now. Okay, so this is not the conversation we have, and it really is kind of like a gospel for me. I love this stuff, the Black economic empowerment thing. The conversation we have is not one of those what's that guy? You got that flashy white guy, I forgot his name. He's really smart, but he's not my style. Grant Cardone, he drives he'll be driving some sort of Lamborghini or getting off a private jet and helping inspire people to want to go get private jets and Lamborghinis. If you want all that, I'm good with that. Like, I wish you the best. I hope you get 10 private jets, but that's not really what this is all about to me. This is about you finding your happiness, you finding your purpose, you finding your bliss, you feeling safety, you feeling security, and you evading the problems that come with being Black in America and around the world, right? If you got a passport, I went to Medellin, Colombia this week, and I sat with 6 brothers, all between the ages of 30 and 45, all of whom had quit their jobs and were running their businesses and had moved out of the country and didn't have a care in the world. We're very happy making business deals. One guy made a business deal. Two of them, Ace and another guy, both made business deals right there at the damn table. Literally, like right there, stepped away from the table when we were eating dinner, said, hold on, I got to take this call. Came back and said, I got the deal. I got the property, right? Like that's, to me, that's a cool life to have, right? I mean, that's fun, right? So, right, that's true. They weren't married. They didn't have that too.
So I had to point that out.
Yeah, she pointed out the fact that they weren't married and didn't have children. So that does make a difference. But you can't take your kids with you, man. We were there. We had our kids. Me and you. We married. Yeah. We get married. We got kids. So we had our kids. We ain't living in Colombia. Well, she won't let me live in Colombia or Ghana, but it's let you. Whatever. Anyway. All right. So anyway, guys, here I'm gonna give you guys the link again. It's theblackmillionairefactory.com, THE. That's theblackmillionairefactory.com. So for 24 hours, you can get 48% off. And also, if you are the first 30 and you use this link I just put in the chat, you can actually get 80% off. It's a 4-week program that I'm teaching with attorney Nicole Compton. And we're going to go through every single thing you need to know to either start your business or to boost your business, right? So that's the goal. It's for people that are either starting or seeking to go to that next level. We also have programs for people that are already at a high level. If you're at a high level, then we got other stuff for you as well. But that's sort of there for you, in 2020. Every Black family should have a family business. If you want to know if American society is rigged economically, it absolutely is. It's rigged in favor of people that own businesses because business owners get more tax write-offs. Business owners get the ability to make money in different ways. Business owners just have advantages that a lot of people don't have. So I want you, if that's what you want for yourself and that's what you want for your kids, I want you to have guidance on how to become a business owner or how to get your business at that next level. All right, so let me keep going. Let me read some of your questions real quick. Let's see. Cassandra says, thank you. I just enrolled. When does it start? Yeah, that's a good question. The start date is listed. It should be listed on the page. And you know what? I'm looking here and you know what? I'm going to put that start date on the page because you deserve to have that. The start date was, I think the start date we had was January. Let me pop this in and find this. You're 100% correct. We should absolutely. I'm going to send you an email right before we start as well. But let me look here in my calendar. Please hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done it. Hit the thumbs up button. The start date for the program is, hold on, give me 1 second. I have it. I don't want to tell you the wrong date. The start date is January 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. January 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to meet online And it's a program. It's something where you can also get the recording afterward in case you can't make it. So don't think that you can't be a part of it just because you can't make the class. All the recordings are available for the students, and all the bonuses are always available to you. Once you sign up for that, like, you have access forever. Like, this is yours for good. And the other thing I will tell you guys is that once we're done, we're going to ask you guys how we can best help you next. And so one of the things that Nicole and I were talking about doing and offering for the students is the ability to have some sort of monthly consultation sort of thing where you're actually able to come in once a month at least and ask as many questions as you want, and we'll answer all the questions. Nicole is really, really good about just knowing a little bit about everything. I mean, she just, she's a lawyer. Lawyers are great people to work with because lawyers tend to know business as well as the law. And the other thing I want to tell you is after the 4 weeks are over, you also have free access to the business launch box, which is a list of checklists and worksheets and templates to guide you as you're organizing your business. And so there's a bunch of really good stuff in here, a bunch of free stuff, and I think you guys are going to like it. So I'm gonna give you guys the URL one more time. And actually, you know what? Scratch this. Let me answer some questions because I've just been talking. I get excited. Y'all got to forgive me. Y'all know how I get. And give me a couple minutes, man, and then we're gonna go on that. This is our evening time, so I tend to kind of keep going. Let's see here. How to build black wealth without following the blueprint of white supremacy, capitalism, Asian enslavement. Yeah, I agree. I think black people that build business should not imitate what we've seen in terms of capitalism in America. I'm not a fan of capitalism in America, the way it's been done. Brooklyn in the house. Hey, Evelyn, how are you? Yes, I registered my boys Zeke, 12, and Sims, 10 in your children's program. Zeke did 2 tests already. He's excited about investing in stocks. Yes. You know what, Lady O, what's going to happen is in 20 years, your sons are going to thank you. They're really going to be, they're going to be so grateful to you. I was on when I was in high school, my mother used to make me go to this program called Black Achievers back in Louisville, Kentucky when I was a kid. And I hated it. Every Saturday, she would force me to go. She would pull me out of bed by my hair. And back when I had hair, and would make me go to this program on Saturday mornings. And I just hated it because on Saturday mornings, you want to sleep in. And anyway, this program was actually the reason I got a scholarship. I got a little scholarship to go to college. And that was what led me to go to college. And then all these other things happened. Like years later, I'm a professor and all that. You never would have predicted that when I was 17, 18 years old. I didn't know where I was going to go. And in fact, when I heard about that young brother that actually killed himself, I felt for him because I could have easily been that person. I remember being that confused about life. I don't want to talk about it too much, but yeah, it was a really hard time. And so anyway, I was about 30 years old and I was on a cruise. I was on a cruise ship on New Year's Eve on a Tuesday night. And I thought about the fact that, here I am at 30, 31, maybe I was 32, 33. I don't know. The Bahamas.
Were you with me?
Yeah, I think it's the Bahamas.
Oh,
Yep. And I remember thinking, my gosh, how many other people can be in the Bahamas on a cruise ship on a Tuesday night, bringing in the new year, right? Most people are at home sleeping because they're getting ready for work or whatever, right? And I called my mother that night and I said, thank you for making me do things that I didn't want to do, because that allowed me to live a life that nobody else can, or very few people can. And so those sacrifices that our mothers make and our fathers make, if you're one of those mothers and one of those fathers who's making that sacrifice for your children, I want to hopefully be a grown-up manifestation of your child. I'm the grown-up version of your child to some extent. Some of you are having your children trained by people like me, so your children will become better than me. And I want you to hear me as the grown-up version of your child when I say thank you on their behalf for the sacrifices you're making for them right now. They will pay off. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, because the things you're doing for your kids, like programs like this didn't exist back then. My mother would have signed me up if they were out there, but they weren't out there. But what you're doing for your child by putting them through the curriculum of like Black Millionaires of Tomorrow, you're giving them 10 times more than anybody ever gave me. I mean, my grandmother did a lot for me by just simply showing me how a savings bond worked. That was all. She didn't know anything about stocks and entrepreneurship and all that, right? And real estate. Like the fact that your kids are learning all these things at an early age, they're going to be rocket scientists compared to these. They're going to run circles around other people because most grownups don't know these things, right? So so keep going, keep doing it. Your kids will benefit, I promise you. And then now the URL, if you want to go look at it, it's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. That's our kids program. I saw somebody was asking that. It's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. Let's see. Vonna Alexandra says, I just joined. Yes, I'm black. Yes, you are black. Even if you ain't black, you black. If you here, you black. Let's see. Landmark, how to build black. Okay, you already asked that question. I can't wait for your school in Brooklyn, New York. We are going to have the All Black National Convention in Brooklyn, which is in October 16th and 17th. So we'll be down there then. Yep. Wow. And I do want to build a school in Brooklyn. It's just stuff like that. Just
build a school.
Well, I want to have brick and mortar schools everywhere. I mean, because that's what we need. Black people need our own schools. We just got it's raising the money, you know, because there's certain people I don't want to take money from. I don't want to take money from, you know, I don't want to take money from white supremacists.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We you know, we started our foundation and we're going to raise that money. We're going to make it happen. So it just takes time. So let's see. Charles Smart says, hit me with the URL for the class again, please. Here's the URL that you can use to get the 80% off discount for the first 30 people. And if you are not in the first 30, you can still get a discount. It just won't be 80% off. It'll be 48% off for the next 24 hours. And then it goes back to the regular price. So let me pop this in here so you guys can use that. If you want to go sign up now and then come back to the chat or leave 2 browsers open or something like that, it's totally up to you. Let's see. Ken says, how do I ensure my daughter is a good steward of funds? I'm leaving my grandson. You may want to look into trusts. Nicole is really, really good at trusts and various forms of estate planning. And you have to do that because 70% of all wealthy families lose all their wealth in one generation. I don't know if you know this, but 70% of all wealthy families lose all their wealth in one generation, and 90% lose all their wealth in 2 generations because their kids screw over all the money. They didn't have to actually work for it. So you want to be careful with that. Dr. Boyce, did you not read my comments about disability monitoring? I did not see that comment, Vanessa. I apologize. I'm going to keep looking, and if I see it, I will answer that, I promise. Let's see here. D.W. Cromartie says, AG would not approve of you not speaking at his convention. Yeah, I think AG would understand me a little bit better than some other people do, but that's what happens. You know, what happens is that when there's controversy, people get nervous, you know, unless they're clear and sure about exactly who they are and exactly where they stand. People kind of waffle, right? So I encourage you to teach your kids who they are so that, you know, when the wind blows, they're not going to blow in any direction that the wind blows. You know, corporations are not built to be risk takers. They're not built to endure controversy and things like that. They're conservative, you know, so when things get a little bit rattled, they don't try to take the time to figure out what's really going on or which side they agree with or taking a stand on an issue. They just sort of back away. They say, oh, we don't want no parts of that, right? The only areas where corporations really take a stand is on issues that relate to like LGBT, like Apple and companies like that are willing to lose money over LGBT issues. The NBA, if you recall, when North Carolina refused to let men use the women's bathrooms and all this other stuff that they were talking about trying to do, the NBA said, we're not going to hold our All-Star game in North Carolina, right? So basically, the conviction they have to take on issues that affect white folks, they don't have that same conviction when it comes to black people because they're not used to black people being important. So black issues don't matter even to black leaders and black officials. And that's unfortunate, but it's true. Your brother, let's see. Oh, your message was retracted. Okay. Cheryl says, you and Dr. Alicia are great examples of black love. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see here. GTM, keep our money circulating amongst us. Absolutely. Bruno, hi, Angola. We should talk about translating your content and courses to Portuguese. Yeah. Black Brazil, man. Shout out to Black Brazil. There's 110 million black people in Brazil, and Brazil has the largest black population on earth outside of Nigeria. So y'all got to get hip to Brazil and what's going on in Brazil. I know I'm going to educate myself on it more, and as I get educated, I'll share what I learned. Hey, Alter Felix, how are you? Let's see. Dre the Dream says, I'm a business management major. Good for you, but don't just learn how to manage somebody else's business. Learn how to start a business, and you become the manager of that business. Don't go beg a white man to let you manage his business. That doesn't work very well for a lot of us. Let's see here. Let's see. Miss Chris, Black Millionaires of Tomorrow. Yes, blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow has 1 M and 2 R's, right? I think this way. Okay. Kitty says, I thought about putting my 2-year-old in the program. You can, but you're going to have to really work with them. What this mother did that had her 2-year-old in the program did was she actually was having, she would have her daughter repeat the words. So she say, asset, and her daughter would go, asset. And she'd say, real estate, and her daughter would go, real estate. And then she would say, okay, mortgage. And the baby would go, mortgage, right? So it's really basic. It was basically rudimentary, but I think very powerful long-term in terms of implementing things, injecting things in her subconscious mind that are going to be there for her as she gets older. How old do the children have to be? There is no age. I think Kanisha, she's 21 years old, and she just represents the future of the Black community. I just have so much respect for you, sister. Let's see. Andre Hatchett, my homeboy. How you doing, Andre? Good to see you, man. I'm going to deputize Andre too. Yeah, he's already a moderator. Okay, good. My money. Yeah, Alicia said, hi, Andre. Andre is actually in my wedding. I don't know if I mentioned that to you guys. Andre's in my wedding.
It, right?
Yes, he does. He does know. Andre, Lawrence, my brother, Fran, Willie D, and my homeboy from the Ghetto Boys, and Tommy, my mentor, Dr. Tommy Whitler. Those are my groomsmen. 5 strong brothers I respect. Let's see here. Okay, so you know what, guys? Let's see here. All right, let me look at Financial Sources says, just bought your program, but would like to know how's your program different from Rich Dad Education. I've taken some of their courses already. We're different because we keep Black people in mind in terms of everything that we do. Those programs are fine. I'm not saying Rich Dad is bad or anything like that, but we're always thinking about one particular issue, and that is the Black wealth challenge in America and around the world. That's it. That's all we care about. So, Rich Dad might give you concepts that are a little bit more general, which is fine. But we give you things that are specific to the conditions that we've seen our students have to endure. We do surveys, statistical analysis to find out what Black people need. And we cater everything to Black people. So we are the Harvard University for Black people because you are who we're here for. Now let's see here. Vanessa says, Dr. Boyce, please read my question before you go. You gotta put your question in there. See, sometimes
How do you deal with that?
people will do that. Somebody will say, I have a question.
I get flustered. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, so somebody will say, I have a question. And I'll be like, okay, well, what's your question? You got to tell me the question, right? Because what happens is if I get 800 comments, I can't go find the original question, right? So if you have a question, just put the question in there. Let's see. Mine Alexandra says, I'm going to be a millionaire. Good for you. I know you will. What age should I teach my children this? I think as early as possible. How early do our kids learn how to rap? How early do our kids learn how to play football? Use that measuring stick. Look at all the other things our kids are learning at an early age. You got 4-year-olds reciting Cardi B lyrics. I'm not dissing that. I'm just saying that's probably not going to benefit that child long-term in their life. But if they can recite financial concepts, I guarantee that child will be out of the economic struggle. Corey Coleman says, love the knowledge, doc, fellow Q's alum. All right, awesome. Very cool. Alfredo, what about ADOS trying to sell us out? I'm not going to even talk about that today. That's another conversation. Vaughn says, can I come to the wedding? Absolutely. All of you are invited. The wedding.
Get the link together. We need to meet.
Oh yeah, we will. We got to talk to the wedding plan. We'll get that done for sure. Yeah. Okay. Vanessa says, I want to go to your business school, but I got student loan forgiveness from my disability. Will that hurt my monitoring? No, it's not going to hurt you. And if you have a special circumstance, we do have a support team. Email support@theblackbusinessschool.com. That's support@theblackbusinessschool.com. We are available to talk to you and to help you out. We're not here. We are not here doing a money grab in the Black community, but we do expect reciprocity. That's what we ask for. We ask for reciprocity. So that means that if we feel, or both ways, if you feel that we're giving you something of value and we agree on that, then we'd like for you to help us to pay some bills. Help us the way you help white businesses, right? We're dropping $100 million on Popeye's chicken. When Disney comes out with the next Black Panther movie, they're going to get $1 billion from Black people. I would love to get $1 billion from Black people because that money will be reinvested right in the Black community. Disney is not going to reinvest their $1 billion into the Black community. We will, and we will show you. We will show you what we're doing. We're setting up infrastructure everywhere, so we're getting things done. We've educated thousands and thousands of people, and there are thousands of people right now who will come in and talk about what we've done for them that's changed their lives. Let me see here. What happened to the stock video you had available for first-time subscribers of the Black Business School? It should still be up there. If you can't find it, just email support@theblackbusinessschool.com. It's still up there. Yeah, it's still up there. Let's see here. I had my son at age 1 start doing memorized affirmations, self-image as a foundation. I agree. The idea of a 2-year-old taking your course, I agree. But what affirmations too? I don't know. I have to think about that. But I'm thinking little things like, I don't know. I am going to be wealthy. I am going to be a business owner. I am an investor, right? Being an investor is a very deep term, in that when you think of yourself as an investor, you're basically saying that you're a person who is okay with delaying gratification so that you can get a long-term benefit. People who tend to think that way tend to be more successful. They did a study of 5-year-olds to measure their ability to delay gratification. That's all they measured. And what they found was that the children that were able to delay gratification at an early age were more successful 30, 40 years down the road than the kids who did not know how to delay gratification. So basically, thinking like an investor, meaning delaying gratification, is one of the keys to success. The key to failure is instant gratification. If you always got to have it now, you're not thinking about the future. Like, you look at a pretty girl, you want to go sleep with her without a condom. You're not thinking about child support, or you go and you quit your job, or you don't want to do any work. You want to eat that bag of potato chips because you don't want to worry about, eating healthy. Well, all these things tend to have, long-term problems, right? Chickens come home to roost. So, what you want to do is you want to think like an investor, because investors are simply people who sacrifice now so they can be in a better position later. Okay, so let's see. The class that we have right now, Gold Mind, is it's at theblackmillionairefactory.com. That's theblackmillionairefactory.com. It's a 4-week program. I'm teaching along with attorney Nicole Compton, and we're going to basically cover everything you need to know to either get your business started or to take your business to the next level. You can get a 48% discount if you sign up in the next 24 hours, or you can also use that link I just put in the chat to get 80% off. The first 30 people that sign up can get 80% off. So feel free to go check it out. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay too. But if you want to be a part of that group, it's a 4-week deal. We start the date is on the page now. I just went in, since you guys mentioned, or you're asking about the date, July 20 or January 29th, right? That's Wednesday, January 29th. That's the first date that we meet. And you can read all about it at theblackmillionairefactory.com. And also, before I go, some of you are asking about the kids program. The kids program, the business school we have for children, is at blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. That's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. If somebody could type that in, I'd appreciate it. Thank you guys for hearing me out. I wanted to explain the vision to you directly so you guys would know exactly what we're doing and why. You can look me in the eyes and you can see if I'm full of it or not. Also, the other thing too is that there's no risk to you at all, because there's a 30-day 100% money back guarantee if you're not happy for any reason. So we are not here we do not want a penny from you if you do not feel that we have changed your life in a very, very positive way. If you don't feel that way, then let us know and we will give you your money back. But if you do feel that we're changing your life, if you feel that we can help you, all we want is for you to give us the same chance, same opportunity that you give everybody else, because we have proven that we can do this better than anybody on earth. The Black wealth issue is our number one concern. We care nothing about anything else or anybody else. We're here for you. So that's it, guys. Where's the class on government grants with Mr. Cotton? Go to theblackbusinessschool.com and ask about that. He did a great program on how to make money as a government contractor. It was very popular. It did extremely well, and he's made literally tens of millions of dollars. In fact, there was one lady. Do you know we had one lady in? She came on the Black Financial Channel too. She got I think almost $1 billion government contract. Oh my goodness. A black lady. Yeah, she had $1 billion government contract. I don't know. I got to go find out. But Lawrence talked to her. But anyway, there's a lot of money being made in government contracting. So you may want to check that out. So if you go to theblackbusinessschool.com, ask about the government contracting lecture. It was a 1-day event, and it's in there. It's in our lecture series. You can go check that out. So we're really here trying to help you in every way that we possibly can. We want to say thank you guys for trusting us. Thank you for riding with us and helping us do things better. And thank you for hanging out with us as we go out here and we really take over the world. So I'm going to share the 80% off link with you guys one more time. If you use that, first 30 people that use that link, you get 80% off. Or if you go to theblackmillionairefactory.com, theblackmillionairefactory.com, in the next 24 hours, you can get 48% off. So either way, whichever one you want to do. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night. I will see you soon. Take care. Peace.